Right, let's do this. In this video, guys, we are going to be explaining how you can get in the best physical shape of your life going into 2026. And this is going to be advice from a fat loss coach who has been doing this for the past 18 months, who has got staggering results with clients with their fat loss journey. Now, instead of me just telling you that, let me just pull up some examples on screen so that you guys can understand the results that we have been able to generate. So first and foremost, Rob has been working with me for the last 5 months. He has lost 22.5 kilograms, which is around 50 pounds of body fat in just that time. Sarah, who I have been working with the last 7.5 months for, has been able to lose 21 kilograms, which is just over 47.5 pounds. We have been able to generate dozens upon dozens of case studies where people have gone from overweight, feeling very anxious, feeling overwhelmed with all the information that is online. So essentially, I want to come on here to explain how you guys at home can get in the best physical shape and the exact process that I take people through. So to get in shape, there are only 3 fundamental stages that you need to go through to actually get in shape. Now, let me put up on screen right now. Right here is the exact roadmap that we take our clients through, okay? The first one being, right now you have low performance, okay? So we need to turn you into a high performer, okay? Making sure that you actually have the knowledge to get in shape, have a clear plan, and actually finally feel confident with what you are going to be doing throughout the phases and throughout the program. The next stage after phase 1 is turning your body into aesthetic, okay? You want to actually look at yourself and start seeing results that's going to motivate you throughout the phase. I always correlate motivation with how much results you are getting. If you're going to put in hours upon hours to actually get in shape, and you actually don't get in shape, and you are seeing no results, your motivation is going to be at an all-time low, and you're always just going to fall off. Okay, so we need to make sure that you're actually getting results and your physique is matching the work that you're putting in. And phase 3, right now, you're probably falling off. You're trying phases that just don't work for you. So we need to turn you into consistently proud of yourself, making sure that you don't fall off, making sure that your results are so good that it's impossible to fall off. Okay, so that is the step-by-step process that we take our clients through. Now, I want to break it down nice and simple for you guys at home so that you can take away some positives, some key points away from this video so that you can get in shape, okay? Because there are only really 3 elements for you to get in shape, okay? So essentially, let's break it down, because what you will hear online is there's so many fad diets, like keto, like fasted cardio. There is so much stuff overwhelming you that you don't actually really know what to do, okay? So let's break it down into the 3 stages. 1, we need to be in a calorie deficit. I'm sure you've probably already heard that a million times, but it is so important, okay? So we need to work out our maintenance. So we would drop your calories down. For example, there is a calorie calculator on Safari. You can just type in calorie calculator, type in all your information, your height, your weight, your activity level. It will give you an estimate of what you should be having every single day. Okay, what I want you to do is stay at that calorie restriction for your first 2 weeks. If you do not lose any weight after those first 2 weeks, you need to lower your calories, because at the end of the day, that is only an estimate. Okay, once we have made sure that we're in a calorie deficit, because at the end of the day, if we're not in a calorie deficit, we're never going to lose weight. Okay, it is just science. We need to burn more calories than we are consuming. It is as simple as that. So that's phase 1. Okay, phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be making sure that you're actually moving more. So I always recommend that my clients check how many steps they're doing per day, okay? Because steps are one of the fundamentals to actually losing weight. The reason being, you can actually track and measure it. And if you can actually track it, you can actually measure it, you can actually get results, okay? So, and let me give you another point. You can actually progressively overload on it, okay? So what progressive overload means is, okay, we're now doing 3K steps. Next month, we're going to do 5K steps. Then we're going to do 7. And you can actually progressively overload. If you're just doing like some sort of, if you're going swimming, if you're going, it's good. It's going to burn calories, but it's hard to actually measure it. And it's hard to progressively overload on it unless you're just going to do like more laps each. But the steps are so important, okay? So what we would do is look on your health app. You can look on your Samsung. You can look on your Android or iPhone. majority of people have iPhones nowadays, so you can check on the health app. What you want to do is check the 7-day average, okay? So what you are averaging within that 7 days. If it's 2K, the next phase I wanted to do is 3 to 4K steps a day, okay? After phase 1, phase 2, we're going to do 4 to 5. Phase 3, can we do 6, 7, okay? Little pun for you again. So that is what I want you to do, okay? Because we just need to move slightly more and eat slightly less. That is quite the 2 stages of fat loss. Eat slightly less, move slightly more. And your body is going to lose fat and melt it, and you're finally going to feel confident in your own skin. But that's phase 1 and that's phase 2. Phase 3 is when it gets a little bit more complex and you hit metabolic adaptation, okay? So I'm sure you guys have already experienced losing weight, and then all of a sudden you're doing the exact same stuff, and then you just plateau. But what is that? That's metabolic adaptation. That's your body telling you, that's your body adapting to say to you, like for example, Gabe, you no longer need 2,500 calories. So your maintenance isn't 2,500 calories anymore. Your maintenance is 2K because your body is adapted. You don't need that. You've lost weight, so your body no longer needs 2.5K calories. So for example, if you're at 2,500 calorie maintenance, and then for a month we're at 2,000 calories, that is a 500 deficit every single day, okay? Over the course of a week, that's 3,500. Now we know 3,500 calories is a pound of fat. So you'd be losing a pound of fat each week, which would be 4 pounds, okay? 4 pounds across the month, for example. Now, once metabolic adaptation happens, which it will on any and every fat loss phase, okay, you need to understand, right now, okay, we're now at 2,000 calories as our maintenance because our body's adapted. So now we need to lower our calories. But I wouldn't recommend lowering them 500 calories because that's going to be too much strain on your body to start with. So what I would do is lower your calories by 200 to 300 calories per day and just increase your step load ever so slightly, okay? Just so we're not doing too much, so we're not pulling from both ends too fast, okay? So you need to understand with your fat loss journey, you need to take it step by step, phase by phase, and do it slowly. Because the worst thing that you can do, and I'm sure you've already done it, is, okay, I want to lose as much fat as possible. What I'm going to do is just cut my calories and just stop having food. And I'm going to have 1 meal a day. It doesn't work because your body will adapt ever so quickly. And then once you're at, let's say you're cutting your calories and you're only having 1,000 a day, where can you go from there? You've dropped from 2,500 calorie maintenance, you've gone straight down to 1,000. Your body adapts ever so quickly, and you can't get any less than really 1,000 calories, and I wouldn't recommend it, okay? So you need to understand that if you want to get in shape, it has to be a slow process. Follow the step-by-step blueprint that I've got here on screen right now. And if you guys have any questions, just DM the word in the comment section down below, Sculpt, and I'll personally reach out to you to help you build out a plan that's specific to you, your life, your caloric restrictions, your diet, and your activity level. And I look forward to seeing your comments, and I hope this video gave you some value so that you guys can get in the best shape of your life for 2026. Get yourself on a beach here in the Gold Coast, shirtless, feeling finally confident in your own skin. I hope that video was helpful.